Good.
Yeah.
Thank AT&T
Yes.
for that.
Didn't AT&T buy T-Mobile just recently, or was it vice versa?
I think
Or
T-Mobile merged
kidding.
with Sprint. Yeah, I think it was Sprint.
Oh, Sprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. AT&T.
That's what I'm with.
We should get them to sponsor us, AT&T. If we say it enough.
How are we now?
Ooh, that sounds much better.
You can hear
So far, yeah.
Does it?
Yep.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
I'm super excited. Told you. Just kidding. Okay. Let me
Start that recording.
set this guy.
Oh, now we're back to robot talk. Back to robot.
Oh.
I don't know. It was better there for a second. All these people in this little Missouri town are driving past me, looking at me. You know, I'm sitting here in this $80,000 Beamer with my laptop.
Just parked on the side of the road.
Parked off the side of the road. They're like, what's this guy?
What the heck is this dude doing?
You dropped the phone.
My car is probably worth more than most of the houses in this town.
You could probably buy a mansion there.
I could probably buy a mansion here. Yes. Irwin,
I like
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Where you can buy a mansion as easy as a Big Mac.
There you are.
Hey.
I see.
Yeah,
you got Bo's headphones.
We're rotating.
On. I've got the same headphones.
I do. These are my flying headphones. But do you notice I've got kind of the same glasses on, but they're orange?
Totally.
Yeah.
They're like fire. You have fire on your face. That's cool.
So are you warm? Are you?
Like,
is it warm where you are? And it's still breaking up. Did you hear that, Christian? Could you hear?
Yeah.
Some of it might be me.
Oh no, because you keep coming in clear.
Sweating.
I wonder.
It's ridiculous. The humidity of the South is insane. Like,
Now, where are you at in the South right now?
I'm not coming in clear.
No, you're choppy. Yeah.
Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
I love Atlanta.
But it's fairly close to.
So there's one other place I can go. It'll take me 2 minutes to walk there.
You're good. Yeah.
Do you want me to go do that?
We might as well try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be on Wi-Fi there. I just it's kind of where other people are, but I can find like a closet. You know, that's not a closet, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This episode is going to be Abingdon coming out of the closet. I can see.
Oh.
It now.
Excited about this. All right, I'm going to turn off the video.
Okay.
So that I can walk back and you guys can hopefully hear me better.
Nice.
You know, it's amazing. We take this technology for granted, but if you think about it, 20 years ago, we didn't even have texting. I mean,
can you believe that?
Much less. We are doing a video conference literally from the middle of nowhere.
3 different places.
In 3 different places in the country.
Yeah.
And you know, it's amazing. I mean, it just amazes me how far we've come in such little time.
Oh my gosh. I remember dial-up. Remember that? Good old dial-up and.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember when AOL in my little town that I lived in, I had to pay long distance per minute to dial into AOL.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So like 1 month, my phone bill was like $400.
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. It was really bad. Because you get addicted. It's the internet. You get addicted to it after a while.
Oh yeah.
And then you lose track of time, and then you get your long distance phone bill, and it's like, oh.
Do you remember like storage drives? Like I was just shopping recently for a terabyte.
Yeah.
A terabyte drive.
Yes.
And it was like $30. And I was like, what?
This one is a 2 terabyte drive, and it was like less than 100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? And then it was like, it used to be kilobytes.
I know. Used to be like if you had a 486 computer with
oh my gosh,
15 megabytes of RAM or 8 megabytes of RAM, you were hopping. I mean, you could play MIDI sounds or something like that.
Did you guys ever play Oregon Trail?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dysenteria?
Oh heck yeah. And I was like, the girl who I had a crush on that week was like my wife, and I was like, she's my wife. And then I was like bummed when she'd die or I'd die. Well, of course, you know. Or my children would get bitten by a snake and died.
Snake bites were the worst, or the wagon wheel breaking.
Oh yeah. Monty, you never played this?
It sounds familiar.
No,
like the little icon. Like the little icon was a wagon wheel or something, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, it was like the canopy. It was the wagon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was my favorite computer day in elementary school. That was my favorite because we got to play Oregon Trail.
That and Minesweep. I was a big Minesweeper.
Minesweep. I never got into Minesweep.
Oh man, dude, I could knock one of those out in less than 3 minutes. Like 100-block one.
Oh dang!
I remember when Doom came out. That was a big thing for me.
Doom! Oh my gosh! Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna plug in this Netflix show because they're paying us for this. Just kidding. There's a show called High Score on Netflix. You guys should watch it. It is so nostalgic because it starts off with Pong and Space Invaders. Remember Space Invaders?
Yes.
I play that all the time.
Yep.
And then it goes up until Space Fox, I think.
Space Fox?
Or Star Fox. Star Fox. It was the one. It was like the first quote 3D and it's flying. You're flying, Abingdon, and you're shooting. And yeah, it was like quote 3D.
Do you remember Paperboy?
Yes, I do remember. Oh my gosh, yes. Heck yeah.
I think I'm a little older than you guys.
Well, Abingdon, what year did you graduate high school?
Amazing.
What year did you graduate high school? We could bleep this out too if you want.
01.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm older as well.
Yeah,
97.
I got you guys by 10 years.
Class of 97.
Yep, 92.
Dang. You're so old.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I know. I'm young at heart, though. I mean, that's what matters.
So am I. So am I.
My wife, does it count when my wife calls me a big fan?
If you want to do something really funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
She's like, here.
If you want to have.
Oh, breaking up again.
This is like a whole episode itself.
Yeah, it's like
is Abingdon going to be able to find internet?
The search.
It's like a game within itself. Yeah.
The search for internet.
I'm going to plug this though.
George W. Bush. What is it? Mountain Dew?
So it's
so delicious.
Huckleberry. No, it's Huckleberry Mountain Dew.
I've never had that.
Oh. You ever had Huckleberry?
So I've never had that. Is it something I can buy?
Around here, yes. Oh no, she got bumped.
There's.
Okay.
There we go. Wait, sounds.
So now I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That might be better.
Are we cooking with fire now?
Yeah.
Okay, we're cooking with fire.
Cooking with fire? Okay, cool.
Before we were cooking with water, and you can't do that with it. But then you need fire to boil the water.
Not necessarily. You just need friction or.
That's true.
You can get chemical heat or.
Yeah. You can come here to Yellowstone and get some of the thermal.
Yeah,
you wasn't getting reception out there, so I'm just going to have my call right here. I hope it doesn't bother you.
It won't bother me at all as long as you don't mind that I'm here.
It's totally. It's being recorded, so I just wouldn't have. They just said they don't mind. They can definitely hear you, but just so you know.
Hi.
Two guests for the price of one.
There you go. Having been come to somebody else's closet.
I know. Totally, right? All right, let's try this now. Let's see how.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Gotcha. Cool Adirondack hair.
Cool blouse too. That's the cool polka dotty.
Thank you. Since we're going back,
is that what they're called, blouses?
Vintage, top.
I love it. It totally is vintage.
Yeah.
And the hair thingy. I don't know the names of
Fan?
clothes. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Christian,
It's totally vintage. I love it.
You need
I
to
look
watch,
like I'm lounging on the beach.
That's the word.
yeah, you need to watch what are those those 5 guys, the 5 gay guys that do makeovers. What's that show called? My wife and daughter watch all the time.
Oh man.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
I don't think that show's on anymore.
You
but
should
you
watch.
probably
It's
catch
not on
reruns.
anymore. Okay, you should probably watch that to catch up on fashion and stuff.
You know what's crazy? Without if you were to take off your headphones, Abingdon, that right there is like a snapshot from like the 1950s. It's like total vintage. Yeah.
Yeah, with the watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It perfect. It's like women, we can do it. You know, the old. Yeah, that's it. I love it. Well, welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. We kind of like.
What have you been up to
since
last time that we chatted?
Oh
Tell
my
us of your
gosh.
adventures in the sky.
I had 3 children. I
Yeah.
got married 2 more times. I got another type rating, and I'm on my 4th company now.
Now we have to guess which one of those things isn't true. I'm guessing the 4th company is true.
It'd be hard to have that many children, though. That one might be a little fake.
that one.
The rest of them are all true.
Do you have any kids? Abingdon?
I don't.
Yeah.
Do you want kids? Because I have some I can loan.
I have a cat.
I'm perfectly fine with borrowing. It's kind of like renting a car, you know?
You can return it. It starts to turn into a
That's
car.
how I'm with my nieces and nephews. I'm like, yeah. It's like I can love the crap out of them and then be like, go back to your parents.
Right.
It's Uncle Christian.
Yeah.
I make a great aunt.
Yeah.
So where are we all? I can tell you, I'm in Irwin, Missouri, and I think Christian's in Montana.
Yep, Yellowstone, Montana.
Atlanta. So we are, how many miles apart are we right now having this video conference? I mean, it's got to be at least 1,500 miles.
It was 15,300. I did the calculation, I remember.
Are you going east or are you going west?
Yeah,
I was going.
You going the long way?
Counterclockwise.
15 would be around the world, I think.
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Well, I love Atlanta. I played Atlanta when I did my Broadway tour. Love Atlanta. Great place.
Nice.
Monty, I love Missouri. Fun.
It looks.
Do you have any recommendations? Let me know.
There was a place, I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was one of the best. You ever had a Thanksgiving sandwich?
Oh, yeah. Like turkey and stuffing and cranberry and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Yep.
Mashed potatoes and all that stuff. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was one of the – so that is not really helpful at all. But then there was a great restaurant in Atlanta.
I'm going to have to Google that.
It was very kitschy, like I remember it being very kitschy.
For Thanksgiving sandwich, it would have to be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They have a place in Vegas called Capriotti's, and they sell a bobby, and that's what it is. It's like a Thanksgiving sandwich. That's what we did for Thanksgiving last year. Is we just ordered a bunch of 15-inch long bobbies and then just heated them up and had them for Thanksgiving. It's way easier than cooking dinner.
The best.
Yeah.
Oh,
luckily, all of the family is into it, so it was ideal.
Really?
Cleanup was great.
I'm gonna have to try that because I'm in Vegas a lot. Yeah. That's awesome. What was it called again?
Capriotti's. They're all over the place. Capriotti's.
I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Good sandwich place.
To check that out. Nice.
I'm being looked at very strangely in this little town. I'm kind of getting evil eyes, like I'm the town dog catcher or something. Sorry.
We probably have the fanciest car there, and so they're like, "Who's this? Is this government?"
That's probably because it's black. Yeah, black car. They're like,
"Oh, there you go.
What's this guy doing?" I
just get out your camera and start taking photos of everybody looking at you weird. That'll help.
Oh my gosh!
I have it, right here, so I can actually do that.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I get shot. I'm already getting the feeling that
Oh my God.
But start taking pictures of their kids and stuff walking home from school. Not a big deal. So
oh man.
You know what? Guys, let's reschedule this because I'm I gotta get out of here.
But you're really getting that many bad looks?
Yeah. I've had 4 cars have driven past me twice now. Yes. I'm really
like the same 4 cars.
Yeah, like the same cars. Because I'm on a corner and I'm literally on a no outlet. You can see where it says no outlet, and they're like driving past me and then turning around and coming back, and they're looking at me like I'm an alien.
Oh.
So
what the weird?
I'm actually, I don't usually have that issue. I usually fit in pretty well, but not real comfortable right now. So can we do this a different time?
Huh.
Yeah.
Or I can let you guys go on and talk and stuff, and or if you want to do a separate one, Christian, you can do that.
How about if you just want to stay live and drive to a different spot and park?
Yeah, I can try that. Let's try it.
Okay.
I don't know
since Abingdon, you've made the trek to find Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well, safety first, okay? Wi-Fi second.
True. I'm saying you move, Monty. If that works, then that's great. But we certainly don't want.
I'm parked like right. There's a huge horse pasture across the street, and I'll bet you it's like the ranchers are like freaking out on me a little bit because I'm by their horses. That could be it.
Well, they probably still have horse thieves there.
They might.
So like this dude's a horse thief.
They might. Yeah.
He kind of looks like one. No.
Right? No. If I were to, I'm related to a horse thief, a famous one that you probably heard of.
Seriously?
Butch Cassidy is, yeah.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Yeah.
How cool is that? I mean,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Yeah. And then, Paul Newman played him. Robert Redford was, Sundance Kid, and here's my quick connection with Robert Redford. I did a show that he produced up at Sundance, and closing night, it was the the cast party, and one of the producers pulled me aside and was like, Bob loved the show, Christian, but there's one actor in particular he could not stop raving about, and that was someone else. No, he said, then that was you, and I was like, what?
Wow.
Like, dude, he's one of my idols, like freaking Robert Redford.
Yeah.
That's
I was
awesome.
his favorite in the show. Yeah, that was so cool.
That's cool.
So cool.
Nice. I have to see you act now.
He did Butch Cassidy in the Sundance Kid, right? He was a star in that. That's me.
He played Sundance. He played the Sundance Kid. Yeah. I mean, I'll send you some links, like my Broadway tour that I did and some other stuff.
Love to see it.
I have. Now it's a little over in.
Oh, am I losing you guys?
I don't know. I can hear you good.
Can you? Okay. I've got another exit here in a mile, so I'm gonna jump.
Yeah.
Off. I'm just holding my laptop up here on the highway.
Okay.
That won't get
this
any
podcast.
Hopefully, there's not a horse ranch there. This itself is pretty entertaining. Right?
We're gonna see if Monty gets arrested or.
First, it was Abingdon trying to find Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Then she comes out of the closet.
And now Monty's trying to save his life. So
there's a huge mountain of garbage over there. If I get to the top of that, I bet you I'd have really good coverage.
Oh, dang.
That would be.
Now the next thing that'll happen here is I'll have an earthquake or a geyser go off somewhere.
You're up, Christian. Where's the drama that you're gonna bring?
Yeah.
Where's the drama?
I brought the first.
I did.
Got the second.
Maybe your cat
got the second. What's that?
Maybe your cat attacks you. It's a cat attack.
Probably does. Now that I only have one. My other cat bolted the other night, and she hasn't come back yet.
Oh no.
So
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It's all right. Every time she left, she wasn't a wildcat as in I got her wild, but she loves the outdoors. And I was trying to keep her inside for like at least 2 weeks so she was familiar with the area before I let her out. And I knew that there was always a chance because there's animals out here and, things like that. And my thought process was I'd rather her be out and free and happy than to be cooped up here. So I was always prepared mentally, like, unfortunately, what if something were to happen,
Yeah.
So when I opened up the door, I was like, said a few choice words that
All right, we should be good.
Hope so. But if not, she led a happy life.
Wow.
Is that yeah. Nice. Okay. You're in safety.
I'm
Now what does your hat say, Monty?
Kansas, but
oh, there you go.
I bought it when I went to Wichita, but I need to buy a Missouri one and a Louisiana one as I go through those states. That's typically what I do.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever state I'm in. So that way I kind of look like a local.
Nice.
Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I look like an idiot. But
yeah, you fit in.
Yeah. Fit in. I think I'm safe here. I'm right by the county, the county building, so nobody's around here at all.
Oh, good. Okay, so you should be okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Abingdon, you are the guest today.
I suppose so.
So what? We suppose as well. And what have you truly? Since let's see, what has it been, a week or 2 weeks since we last had you on?
Yeah, a couple weeks. I think so.
Yeah. What truly have you been up to since then? Anything exciting? Of course.
I mean, traveling. Not really. Atlanta? No, I don't know. It's kind of strange when you travel as much as a pilot does. Places are very exciting to others, and yet you go to them often, so they become just like the neighboring city almost. So
gotcha.
I don't know if I would say. I mean, I've been to Dallas recently. I do plan on going back to England soon. I think I have to go back in about a month. So that will be exciting.
Are you serious? Oh.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. Just for the tea.
Just for the tea.
That's awesome.
Okay, so
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you. This is how much of a simpleton I am on tea. When I think of tea as in England, I think of Earl Grey. Is that is that ridiculous?
It kind of. It's my least favorite tea, but it's mostly everybody's favorite tea. If they don't know tea, there's a lot better teas out there. But honestly, though, my preference is good old English breakfast.
Yes.
Just like a dark black tea. And it's probably because it's, what I was like, what you're raised on, what's in your home when you're growing up. So you've got that whole sentimental aspect to it. But truly, my grandmother makes the best cup of tea, and thankfully, before she passed away, she taught me how to make the best cup of tea. So
there's a secret to stirring it, correct? I mean, there's a secret to how you like the temperature.
There is. She'd roll over in her cremation pot if I told you. So
do not spill that.
Wow.
But it does help that our home, the home I was brought back to as a baby, is right across from a creamery. And it's a livestock farm that also is a creamery. And they also make their own ice cream. And it's like the best ice cream. But it's straight from the cows on their farm. So from the milk. And they even make ice cream out of like goat's milk and different stuff. So it's really cool. But they were, when my grandparents lived in the house young, like when they were in the 50s, 1950s, that creamery, the milkman would literally bring over the glass bottles with and set them out on the door, with like the thick custard at the top. So there is, and a lot of people are like, tea drinkers, you don't have milk and sugar in your tea, blasphemy. And I'm like,
that's how I do it.
Come on now.
I've never
there are some teas
you
don't, but definitely a good cup you have milk and sugar.
Next time we're in the same place, we should go out for tea. We should find a place.
I would love to.
Because I've never really gone, with my daughter, like tea set, we play, but never really had a good cup of tea.
Oh, I will gladly introduce you to that world.
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
I drink herbals, but yeah.
And herbals, you wouldn't put milk in. Like, there's no reason to.
Well,
I mean, maybe some,
though.
but
chai tea. I like that creamy. I like that creamy.
Yeah.
I have Celestial Seasonings makes a good herbal like chai version, and it's actually really good.
Yeah.
What about the Keurig?
Well, I love.
You can get tea for the Keurig, and that's
what happened to you as a
I
child?
don't
Why
know.
would you ever use one of those?
Because I use it for coffee. Don't pick on me.
I use a hot pot.
A hot pot.
Hey, do you like Abingdon? Do you like English breakfasts?
Like the actual breakfast?
Like a traditional English breakfast.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah.
Muffin and...
Fried tomato.
Beans.
Real thick bacon, not the stringy crap that America sells us, with some HP
Agreed.
sauce, brown sauce, and good toasted jam.
Yes. I was in Hertfordshire shooting a TV pilot, and I had an English breakfast at this little old place, and it was super charming. Of course, we walk in and everyone's looking at us like we're, crazy Americans, of course. And there was something, I forgot what it's called, blood sausage or something. What's that called?
Did you have it?
Did you
eat
try
it?
that?
I tried it. It was disgusting.
Oh my!
I know.
That is the only thing that I don't like.
I know.
What's that called? Black pudding or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a delicacy.
I was like, this is nothing. This is
blood, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. It's coagulated blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coagulated blood and then fried or something.
Ooh. Yeah. I was hungry.
Yeah.
Now I'm not.
No, we'll stick to tea. Come on. Safety first, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, those
Safety
are the
first.
only things
Safety
I've really been
first.
up to.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And how is Abingdon Co. doing? How's the watches?
Well, I was actually kind of surprised because based on what Monty, I didn't even hear it. Based on what Monty was saying on our last call, we had a flash sale, and it was a 24-hour flash sale. Yes, and I was expecting to see a particular order coming in, and I didn't see it.
I didn't know it.
So
do it again. You got to send me a notification.
You on the email list?
Probably, yeah.
Because that's how we announced it. We announced it on the email list. We didn't announce it to social because our email list, if you join the company email list, that we give out like special deals to the people that subscribe only through email.
I see your ads on.
I got to sign up
on Instagram a lot.
Oh, sure. Okay, cool.
So that's typically where I saw them, where I looked.
Yeah.
Shoot, I would have actually done that too.
Oh, well, got to get on the email list. We'll have a few more throughout the year. So every now and then, but that was actually our first flash sale. So we've been kind of restructuring some of the digital advertising for the company, and that's going to be a new part of it. But we're still, it's interesting when you have a company, just the things that you try out and that you learn and that you, navigating the e-commerce space is quite interesting. So it's kind of like owning an experimental airplane. Once you build it, then you have to go fly it and test it and see what it stalls at and see what the cruise speeds are and what your fuel burn is and all that kind of thing and what works best and what works not so well. Running a business is basically the same thing. So
we're trying to do the same thing as you, because I know you're building your YouTube channel, and that's your YouTube channel is actually growing fast. But we're trying to do the same thing as you, build all those things up at the same time. And so
it's a lot of fun,
It is. So I've been watching that, but I'm wondering what's the process for your watches? What is your process for designing new ones? Is it a continual process that you're constantly thinking and
definitely
innovating?
Yeah. The initial kind of the baby step, if you will, is pen to paper. And I don't mean pen to paper in that I draw out a watch design. What I mean is I ask my customers, what do they want in a watch? Because we build function first and then we make it look nice afterwards. So for example, the Elise watch, which is our smallest one that has 3 time zones on it, there's never been a woman's watch that's had 3 time zones on it before. And in fact, the only watch that I know of that is an analog classic looking watch that has 3 time zones is a Rolex GMT Master. Great watch, but just made for men, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, and they're like $12,000 too.
There's that part too, but the Elise came out in 2010, so that was 3 years into the company. And the way we got the idea for that was at our trade shows, we would always leave a pad of paper, and we still do this. We leave a pad of paper out and say, write down your ideas for what type of watch you'd like us to make in the future.
Well, that's a good
idea. If we hear an idea enough times, I mean, there are some people that are like, oh, do this, that, and the other, and, make it like something super crazy. And as much as I would love to, it sounds awesome. I just don't know if I even feasibly could do that, or if there's going to be that big of a demand for it.
I choose lasers. Can you make one that shoots out lasers? Kind of like,
what's crazy is I have a watch design that shoots out a laser.
You kidding?
No way. No kidding.
I swear to God.
It does?
And
a laser?
I do, because when we were looking at tactical watches, a sight
you
for
blind the
shooting.
enemy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I would totally do that.
Because if you think about it, look at where your hand is in relation to how you're holding your gun. You would, if you could, on your watch, if the case was because the laser was on the side of the case, but if you rotate that case to line up with how you're supposed to hold your gun properly, you could actually use your watch as a sight. How crazy would that be?
That's actually a brilliant idea.
I mean, it's oh man, I may have given away the horse on that.
You should patent
that
as quick as you can.
Well, that case already exists, so I don't know if I could patent it because we didn't design the case from the get-go, but that's possibly going to be a design that we're going to introduce in the future. So, but yeah, it came off of an idea. Cool. A lot of shooters at SHOT Show, the Shooting, Hunting, Outdoor Trade Show in Las Vegas every January. We were there and getting feedback from the tactical industry. And that's one of the big things that they were saying was they want a shot clock on a watch for those that do competition. And they want a sight. And I'm like, whoa, how can we do that? So it's all about, or I shouldn't, like a laser sight or a guide.
The shot clock.
Laser sight. Okay.
The shot
laser sight. Not
you start it and then the watch actually stops every time it hears a shot, correct? Or
a shot clock. Yeah, it's usually something that's like behind you. So if you're a big competition shooter, you'll have somebody often follow you during practice, or it starts at the bang, at the first shot. So
nobody else has a watch that does.
But there's always a slight delay,
Nobody else has a watch that does it?
No.
That'd be cool.
Right?
Now what
And that's something that I would certainly write the software to put that into a smartwatch. I mean,
yes. But like we've talked about before with smartwatches, they're just not strong enough yet.
They're not strong enough.
So I'm working on that as well.
Nice.
I don't know if I am going to be the one that R&D's the strongest smartwatch out there, but there are so many other companies that are doing some really interesting things with smartwatches that it's definitely going to come.
The key is to use real sapphire as the cover. I mean, nobody uses real sapphire,
I know.
Yeah.
And they claim they do, but that's just not reality.
Yeah. There's a smartwatch out there that, and this is the one issue with smartwatches. But the issue that I have is, I do a lot of camping and outdoors stuff like that, and it's, I have my solar charger with me, my big old rollout solar charger, but it's like that's so cumbersome. I know that there's a watch out there that it uses your heat or and to recharge, and it also has a solar thing on the front just to kind of
thermocouple.
but it's like Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't have a ton of functions on it, and it's not. But I'd love to see a watch like that. That's like even better than the one that's out there right now.
I think we should go into the watch business with Abingdon. Maybe partner on these things and for the sales.
Man, I have so many ideas for outdoor watches. Seriously, if you're serious, I would. Oh man.
Oh,
now let me ask you this, Abingdon. What's for reals? I love it.
Oh yeah,
I freaking love it. My dad, birth dad, who we had on
yesterday,
hero.
Don't know if we got that or not, Christian.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, Christian.
You there, Christian?
You broke up.
I am.
Okay, now we got you. You were just telling us about your dad.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my dad, and he's got his smartwatch on too, and he would love to see as a war vet. He's got so many ideas too of what would make the best tactical smartwatch out there. It'd be so fun
Nice. Yeah. And so, we're going to be coming out with a tactical watch next year, is when it's being introduced. And it's going to be the first in a line of tactical watches. But keep in mind, nowadays, different from your dad. Do you remember when the kid, he was like a 15-year-old kid somewhere in the Midwest or something, for fun, he hacked into Fitbit's location services. And he discovered a secret base in like Afghanistan.
What?
Yeah, because the soldiers were running the perimeter in the morning, tracking, how many steps they were taking or whatever.
Yes, and everything.
And it was literally outlining the base. And this kid just happened to hack in. This happened like a few years back. So now that's why military, they're not allowed to wear smartwatches anymore. In fact, if you go into a government building or anything, you actually have to remove, no smartphones, no smartwatches, nothing like that is allowed depending on the classification. So our first tactical watch is going to be a standard analog watch with an American movement, a quartz American movement, because they're more reliable than an automatic, and produced in Phoenix, which is amazing. Fine Timepiece Solutions. I'm super excited about using an American movement, and it's going to have a compass on it. It's going to have tritium tubes on it, which if you know about tritium, that's the brightest material that you could possibly have. No charge is needed. Its half-life is over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
The half-life.
I have it on my 45.
So, oh my gosh.
Yes. So you understand how vibrant it is.
Oh yeah.
Military time, of course, is going to be on it as well. The 24-hour clock. And there's actually going to be a hidden ruler on the backside. So the back of the band, along with the case back, along with the second part of the band, is all one ruler, metric on one side, standard on the other. So you can take your watch off and use it as a measuring tool as well.
Oh, cool.
And it's completely fluid across the case back too. So that's just a few of the features that is going to have. It's also going to be sapphire crystal, of course, 600 feet water resistance, pressure depth, a whole bunch of things. It's going to be strong. But the funny thing is, it's actually going to be a 30. I think we have it down to a 34 millimeter. Tiny.
Oh wow.
All that punched into a 34, because unfortunately, no offense guys, but you have a lot of options in the tactical space.
If you put that in the
it's true.
This is a 44 or 45.
Right. Yeah. And what I'm wearing is a 33 right now.
Okay.
So it's going to be about this size. So very, very traditional, like ladies watch.
I have to ask. I mean, there can't be that many watchmakers that are using movements made in the USA, are there?
No, there are not. In fact, this company that just started making movements in the US only started about 2 years ago.
Wow.
So they're a brand new company.
Okay.
So all these people that say buy in the USA, now they have a brand that they can buy that has the movements made in the USA, and they can put their money where their mouth is.
Right. And I always wanted to use, when I first started the company, I did want to have American movements. but there wasn't a company that did it. So now fast forward, I started researching in 2006, so 2 years ago. It took 12 years of me being in the watch industry to finally discover that there's an American watchmaker out there, or at least a movement maker. And they started with quartz, and then now they're going to go to automatics. They're going to go to chronograph movements. They're going to go to much more complicated movements. But the initial quartz movement that we're using is a really, really cool movement. So
my family, they made clocks in the United States, and then it became my grandpa said it was impossible to make a profit by manufacturing those clock movements in the U.S. They actually had to move it to Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunate. They had been making clocks in the U.S. for 100 years and had to move it. Couldn't make any profit.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm glad to hear honestly, coming back.
I know. I'm looking forward, and I do my due diligence. I've never been an early adopter, so I wasn't the one in the lines at Apple stores whenever the new phone came out. Like, that was not me. But doing the due diligence with this company, seeing how their production is, because we used to have a line of jewelry along with all the watches, and those were made in New York.
Really?
And yep, solid gold, white gold, rose gold, and they were so difficult to manufacture consistent quality. And with gold prices fluctuating and everything, it was just, I mean, we could talk about manufacturing for hours, but really manufacturing in the United States is incredibly cumbersome, which is it's just tough. So every time I've dealt, because we get movements from Switzerland and Japan for the line that we offer right now, which those are the two most reliable watch movement countries, I would say, in the world. Germany also makes really good movements too. But the Swiss movement, which is Monty, the Amelia that you like, has a Swiss movement in it. That's a Swiss dual time movement.
Okay.
And it's just it's pricey, but it's very reliable. It's one of my favorite movements. Just working the movement.
Nothing
it's one
good,
of my favorites.
Nothing good is cheap. That's the thing. You know, as with watches, with anything, you get what you.
It's true. You get what you pay for.
You absolutely.
Yeah. But the crazy part is that when you're buying an Amelia at $375, you're just buying a Swiss movement for $375.
Is that all the Amelia costs?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was.
Oh, that's definitely better than I would have expected. So.
Yeah, and a sapphire crystal.
Awesome.
You've got a sapphire crystal and a Swiss movement, and dual time. You got GMT and local time. So I mean, it's nice. Quite an affordable timepiece considering what you're buying. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's your number one selling watch?
It's a toss-up between the Amelia and the Jackie. The Jackie has a pearl dial stopwatch. It has Swarovski crystals, so it's kind of more the blingy style. And then Amelia is much more kind of like your everyday solid-looking watch. So both watches are stunning, and they do two very different things.
Yeah, and what I liked about the Amelia is, if I'm going to spend money on a watch, I want it to be something that sticks out. That's an actual, I guess, a point of style. You know, just
conversation starter.
That conversation starter and everything. So
totally.
You know, the bigger, flashier it looks to me, the better. So it's like as soon as Apple Watch came out with the one that is on all the time, you know, I was a buyer because you know it's on all the time. So, when people can see the watch,
I had it
picked out.
Oh, totally. Well, I had there was one of the producers, one of the movies that I was in. He always had this wooden watch. It was like a wooden band with the wood and everything. And I was like, dude, that's a cool watch. And he gave me one. And that was always a conversation starter.
Totally.
Watch.
I like never wear it because I'm worried that it's going to break. But when I do wear it, man, people.
And if you ever get cold, you can burn your watch.
And you know what's amazing now about That's really funny. I just got your joke, Monty. What's amazing is
I didn't even hear it, dang it.
he said if you get cold, you can burn your watch. That is like a dad joke.
Oh, that's so true. It's a camping watch, yeah.
It was a dumb one. Dumb joke.
But nowadays they
great.
like I noticed both of you guys are wearing Apple Watches, which probably for the functionality, right? Counts your steps,
Yeah,
you can see text messages, phone calls, all that kind of stuff on it.
It connects to my treadmill.
Right.
Yep.
Did you know that there are now devices that stick to the back of analog watches that can turn them into a smartwatch? Little discs. And one company that makes it. Yep.
Are you
one company
serious?
Totally serious, blowing your mind right now. There's a company called Kronos, and I'm not like endorsing it, like I'm just saying this is a company I know of. But for those that really want the smartwatch technology and they want to, count their steps and they want to see their text messages and stuff, you can get these discs and they come in different sizes based on the size of your case back on your watch, and you literally stick it on to the back of your watch. It only raises it a couple millimeters and then you just download the app and you got a smartwatch.
What?
That's crazy.
Out of an analog. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you just blew my mind. You just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because I would prefer to have an analog watch. I would.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the look of an analog. I love the feel of an analog watch, and yeah. And I really, the text message, I'm like, well, I have my phone with me anyway. Why do I don't really need, my smartwatch to tell me when I have a text message or a phone call. My phone's already doing that.
Right.
But to count the steps and all that
nice,
stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah. Just wait until you're old. And
totally.
You're old, like
my heart rate.
Phone all the time.
Right. Yeah. Your heart rate. Totally. Mm-hmm.
Well,
so you have that now.
What'd you say, Monty, about?
When you're old, you'll forget your phone all the time. And then you'll be thankful you have your watch on. But the Apple Watch 6 is going to be coming out, and it can actually. Now this is supposedly hasn't come out yet, but supposedly it's going to be able to tell you your oxygen level in your blood, which is an oximeter.
See, I would love something like that.
That's interesting.
So,
that would have come in handy.
Asthma,
with coronavirus and stuff like that out here, with pneumonia, or if you have any asthma issues, you're able to see your oxygen level.
It'd be cool is if it could tell your temperature as well. Wouldn't that be cool? Somehow, if it was able to.
Well, that would be cool, because then you could just show it instead of having to have your temperature checked all the time now, You see, like, look.
Be able to do
totally. Maybe what you do is you have you have an electronic suppository and then it communicates with your watch.
A Bluetooth suppository.
It's terrible. I'm kidding.
Took it too far. Too far.
It's a Bluetooth suppository. That's too far. Way too far.
Or you could just take the watch off, put it in your mouth for a couple of minutes.
There you go.
That's the G-rated version of it.
It has a pop-out thermometer. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Today is it struck me. Today is September 11, but there's some serious dates coming up here that Abingdon, you and I were talking about. One of them is November 3.
Yes.
Also, is it which anniversary is it of women being able to vote? Is it
100 year?
100 years. Okay.
100 years of women's suffrage, aka ratification of the 19th Amendment, all that stuff. Yeah, it was put.
Pop quiz for you
this year.
Oh man, pop quiz for you. Where was the first city that women voted in the country?
Is it Atlanta?
Salt Lake City, I think.
No, it was Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Salt Lake City?
Yeah. Salt Lake City. Yeah.
That's very cool.
The church, in a place where, and has always been like equal women, let's go. So that was cool to hear that. Salt Lake City. I like it. Salt Lake City.
I wonder, because that was back when polygamy was a thing. I wonder how the men felt when their 10 wives could vote against what he felt. I wonder if that caused problems.
You know what? I don't care. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just joking, but
and had it.
No, I'm sure that
had it good for. Yeah. It's good for. I'm sure it did. Yeah. Like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Yeah.
They're gonna vote against what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm registered to vote. It's also November 3rd is also my birthday, so that's gonna be fun. And it's yep. So when if you want to send me a birthday present, just Now you know when it is.
What do you want? What do you want for your birthday? If you could pick anything.
I'm going to send you a Casio.
Yes, I want a Casio and an Apple Watch.
You want a Casio calculator watch. Those old ones from the 80s.
Totally.
Not there's anything wrong with Casio. That was all right. But it ain't no Abingdon co-watch. That's what I'm saying.
I've always wanted one of those. Those are great.
If you could pick anything, besides an airplane, you got to be realistic.
Yeah, what would you want?
What would I? Oh, honestly, a good cooked meal with friends and family. Like that's
nice.
That's the best. That's the best kind of gift.
That sounds like fun.
Touche.
It sounds like fun. November 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come on over. I'll cook.
I'll be in Arizona.
Somebody else should cook for you.
You cook for me. I like to cook too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd eat it.
I used to run a restaurant. I used to want to be a chef. I ran a restaurant.
All right.
Yeah.
Christian's cooking.
I ran a Pizza Hut.
I make a mean grilled cheese.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. You can get super fancy with grilled cheese.
You can.
Oh, I don't get fancy. Keep it simple, stupid. Like just
like
kiss
Velveeta
principle all day long.
Well, kiss.
You use American cheese or Velveeta, or what do you use?
It's, we don't need to talk about details, but I'm just going to tell you, it is the best grilled cheese you ever had in your life. You just haven't had it yet.
Let me ask you this. You ever used cottage cheese as one of the ingredients on your grilled cheese sandwich?
Wait, what?
I plead the fifth.
Cottage cheese. If you've never tried putting cottage cheese on,
it's good.
Mix it with it's amazing. And try it on a burger.
And the little curds, they melt?
Yeah, they do. It's similar to lasagna. How the cottage cheese melts into lasagna. It does the same thing on a grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And it does the same thing on a hamburger.
Oh, my gosh.
It's fantastic. It's good stuff.
Wow.
Christian's learning so much today. I love it.
My mind is being blown all over the place.
What? I'm going to try that.
It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I invented the cottage cheese burger, and you get leaf lettuce.
Oh man!
And put leaf lettuce on top, and then put the cottage cheese on the leaf lettuce on top of the burger, and it's an amazing burger. It really is.
You know, what'd be amazing with that too is a over easy egg. Have you ever had an egg on your burger?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's very Australian, but so good. With beets. Beets on your burger too. I love beets.
Beets.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah. Beets on a burger. So good.
All right. Well, hey guys, I have 611 miles to drive yet tonight.
Oh, that's right.
10 hours and 15 minutes, my little BMW.
This is going to be a long podcast.
Oh my God. Yeah, you want me to do it live?
All right, let's start. We haven't even scratched the surface right now.
I'll just drive as we do it. I'm in a decent part of Missouri, so you guys are gonna get a tour of Missouri as well as the podcast. So my camera.
I like it.
Crazy.
Well, should we end it there for now?
Let's do it. Let's do that. Yes.
Are we picking it up again?
You drive.
Yeah.
I would love to. Abingdon, if you are, I'll have you on as many. I know Monty feels the same way. We'll have you on as many times as you want to come on.
Sweet. High five.
Yep. Yeah. Monty, you drive safe. Abingdon, you stay cool.
Thank you.
In Atlanta, you're as always amazing. Thank you so much for coming on again.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And
we will see all you guys soon.
Monty, do you have anything to say?
Nope. I'm just going to go back 90 miles.
Thank you, guys.
And Christian, we got to talk about tactical watches and YouTube and stuff.
YouTube.
Please, let's do. Please let
tell her who you work for on.
Send me your email and all.
Yeah.
I write for Mr. Beast. I don't know if you've heard of Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Monty was telling me about it. So very, very cool.
Yeah.
Christian's
right.
Writer.
So my job. Oh yeah, I do love.
Well,
I got a few other projects that are.
You helped with the Island episode, or you wrote the Island episode. That was an awesome one.
Oh, that one I did not. That happened before I came on.
Okay.
Right? No. But some of the other things, I mean, I love it because my job with Mr. Beast, along with the other writers who are awesome, is to figure out how to give away millions of dollars. And that's it. I love it. It's great.
How can you beat that?
Right?
I like this.
Yeah. So, and then a few other projects that hopefully we can announce soon that are like, let's just say we've got some huge streaming services who are talking to us right now. That's all I can say right now, based on a New York Times best-selling series that I own the rights to, and more to come. Hopefully, very soon.
And you wouldn't believe
such a tease.
And some of the other guests that we have on. I mean, I don't know why you guys want to talk to us, honestly, but we've got just the best guests that want to be on the show. It's crazy.
You know what? Speaking of, I just, Monty, we'll talk later, but I just got a few other incredible, people who want to come on too. Like, yeah. So.
You mean I'm not your only guest? I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, our last one was we had Tom Arnold on earlier. Tom Arnold was 2 episodes back. We've got.
He shared some stuff that he has not shared on any other news outlet or anything like that before.
Yeah, he told.
I can't wait to see it.
He told the public that one of the. Well, I don't want to give it away. Never mind. I don't want to give it away.
You gotta watch. You gotta
watch it or listen to it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I gotta say, I gave you guys a lot of the details of the tactical watch that nobody knows about yet.
That's
so
awesome.
I divulged.
And if you want us to bleep anything out, you let us know. But
yeah, this is the spill channel. This is where people go to spill new stuff.
You guys are becoming the next Oprah.
I love it.
Hey, that's a good idea. Yeah, the next Oprah.
Isn't that?
Now I just need to lose weight like Oprah did.
Who gets everything out of people, or is it Katie
Seriously.
Couric, or who's the one who always like pulls the details out?
I think that's Oprah. Yeah.
That's Oprah,
Well,
right? That's what I thought.
definitely Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's able to get things out. Yeah. It's her charm.
Yeah.
She's a charming woman.
She is.
That's you guys too, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
Telling company secrets.
Now. But okay, all right.
Company secrets. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to put my laptop down, and
hey,
I'm going 80
all right.
with the laptop held up to my face.
Oh dear heaven! Safety first. Remember, Monty.
Safety first.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Abingdon, pleasure. Monty.
Bye.
We'll see you guys. All right.
Guys.